Hello world and welcome to my deep dark bedroom. Just kidding. Let's go through the quarantine and see what's in here. Got all kinds of new fish. You can see some just swimming about. Let's check them out. So might as well start over here and make our way down. And yes, you see I've got a little bit of meds out because I did have to treat some. We'll talk about that. As well as I got some plumbing because I do eventually need to put this outflow together to where I could actually do water changes. I have done no water changes on all these tanks since I've set them up. Starting on the top here, being the most shy, there's actually a ton of panda platies in here. Good nice handful. I don't even know how many's in there, honestly. There is a bunch of them. I've got one that's all white, which is pretty cool. Absolutely love those. And I may share some of these. We'll see. And then next to them, I've got some of the rainbow shiners. You know, those ones that get real colorful when they're breeding. And then also a nice school of Siamese algae eaters. We're going to put them to the test here in the future. See how much work they can really do. Now, they are getting some size on them. As far as this tank, besides this purple, probably from sulfur, this tank is looking pretty algae free, especially for moss. And then right next to them, we've got the super red bristlenose Plecos. These are getting some real nice size on them. I don't know if I'll do much with breeding these. We may make a little setup for them, but I got these mostly to share with you guys. And we'll get them on the site, LRBAquatics.com. The A size, more than likely, I am going to keep these. They're pretty neat. I just got to figure out where and what space to put them in. But they're absolutely beautiful fish. Let me get the light up on them, too. They get pretty good size. That one's got stringy poop. Could just be what he's been eating through the soil here. These guys have been in here well over a month. So pretty much everything in here has been in here for a month and ready to get moved. That's why I'm showing you guys. And also got a Denisoni barb in here. I've got him since I got one in the barn that's kind of all by himself. Come on, mate. Then in these bottom two tanks is murky green water tank, which is looking more like brown water. Which I'm not sure why it really does that, but it doesn't hurt the fish. You can see a bunch of Vienna guppies. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that one. That's top dog right there. Dang, look at that one. Once they grow out, they get absolutely phenomenal. And they kind of grow into that color. And then right next to them, this is one tank I did have to treat. Got some bristlenose Plecos in here. But then I've also got some Synodontis petricoli, which these ended up having this rasbora in there. I got these SB rasboras, and they were fading as I was going in there. They were just kind of like melting away. I don't know what was happening to them. Almost seems like something was, like maybe the ammonia got to them before I even got them in. But I don't even know if that was even what happened, because these Synodontis lucipennis or petricola started having the same issues as well. So I lost almost this whole tank of them. The bristlenose didn't even bother them one bit. I think it might have been something bacterial or something really small. Hit it with the kick ick and the ruby reef rally. Both of those. And seemed to do the job. I tried with General Cure, that wasn't working. And also tried Levamasol, that wasn't working. But luckily I didn't put them all in that tank and have some, actually a bunch of them in this tank. There's one out. But up underneath that leaf, there is probably a ton of them. You see another one up here, a few more up there actually. And then we also got hiding way back there are some silver hatchet fish, which I got these some of these in the fish room as well. Trying to get a bigger school of them going. Absolutely love those silver hatchet fish. And up underneath them, got these long fin Goldanios. Beautiful, beautiful fish. You can see the bloodfin tetras back there as well. Oh man, those are so bright, it's hard to even get them in the light. Focus. There we go. Now we can see them. Look at that with the long flowing fins. Love those. And a lot of these I will be keeping. And some of them I will be sharing. Like these pearl danios, I did get extras of these. They're in with some bluegrass guppies that I've had in there for a long time. Because it actually helps with quarantines, having some fish in there to go with the new fish, because it just makes them feel comfortable and it takes a lot of stress off of them. But these pearl danios, they especially get the light in front of them. See that blue on them? Beautiful. Quick fish too. Really livens up a tank. And then I've got more A-side down here, which this guy's always out. And this guy's always down there. I don't know if there's another one down there with them. Should be 3 in there. But I almost, if there's another one in with that one, I don't know. I don't think they would be big enough to breed yet. Or he's just got an attitude in keeping that one down. But I don't have that problem in the other tank. They've got plenty of algae and stuff to eat in here, so I don't know. And you guys kept them? Have any advice on these A-size? What could be going on with this behavior? And right next to that, that is empty. One of my actual empty QTs. I just love the activity of the danios. And then over here in the other side of the rack, or other rack, whatever you want to say, I've got some bloodfin tetras here. Now I did have some blushing tetras in with them, and I don't know if they just like battled out, didn't get along. And I was kind of going to put these in my tetra tank, but now I don't know if I want to, because I got those blushing tetras in there. And these guys have been fine ever since the blushing tetras have been wiped out. Now I did lose 1 or 2 of them, so I think some were taken each out. And now I haven't had any issues for a long time. Now since that did happen, which only took me like a week to fix, I am going to give these guys an extra week before I move them, just in case. But these are all been in here for at least a month. And the Kowatai Rasboras, the green ones there, and then the Ember Tetra. Absolutely always love this combination with the green and that red. And they're a very busy fish, and believe it or not, they're always hungry. You can actually see a little fry guppy in there from the ones that were in there before. But those have always been one of my favorites. And then green neon tetras, ones I've always wanted. Which, if you ask me, it looks like there's cardinal tetra in there and some neon, regular neon tetras as well. Like, that's the Cichlids. But it looks like it's a mix of green neons, cardinals, and just regular neon tetras. So I will be keeping those. Those I may actually put in the Paludarium, which you guys are going to see here in a little while, because we'll do an update on all the other tanks that I've got in this house as well. Might as well. Then down here we've got a ton, absolute ton of bristlenose Plecos, because can never have enough cleaners, tank cleaners. And believe it or not, and I don't know how we can't see them right now. There they are. There is a ton of Chopre Danios in here. So I already have some of these and plan on breeding them so I can make my school bigger. There's a absolute ton in there. So there's actually probably close to 100 fish in this 29-gallon aquarium. No filter. FYI. And now I know there's probably at least over 100 in this 29 here. Which I've got auto sinkless in. You can see them swimming around. And I swear I saw them breeding the other day because I saw one on top of another on top of the subwasser tank. And I never saw that behavior before. I was like, I don't have a fish that big. And it was actually two autos sitting on top of each other up like that, sitting over that subwasser tank. And almost looked like they were breeding. But then I also got, and I also got a ton of CPDs in here. Check that out. Look at all those CPDs. But between the autos and the CPDs, it's actually been doing really good. And this guy's been recouping. I did have this one that had a lot of white on his head. But he's actually getting better. You just kind of swim like that too. Because it's just slow, low flow, no flow actually. Then up above, I still got those random mix endlers that just, wow, is that a female? Holy crap. Did you see that female with the top red fin? She was something. Look at some of these combos and colors. Absolutely insane. Especially the blue with the yellow. I like that white with the red. Look at that guy. Look, I got quite a few of these, like blue, yellow like ones. Really need to focus on these at some point. You can see how hungry they are. I fed them. You would think I didn't. That female though, my God. It's a nice female too. With all that red on her. And then next to them, I've got the peppermint Plecos. See, they're down there. They're doing their thing. And chilling on the glass. And then in here, I've got penguin tetras and cardinal tetras. And then also some ivory mystery snails. Which there was 6 and 6 with the cardinals and the penguin tetras, but now it's just these two. I'm not sure what happened. Like, they were doing fine for the longest time. Then all of a sudden, it's like, I don't know if they started taking each other out or what. But now I just got one of each. And down there, I got some gold mystery snails with some fire reds that I've had in there for quite some time. And then under here, we've got another school, penguin tetras. We got 6 of those. So penguin tetras did fine down here, but not up there with the cardinal tetras. So I don't feel like it was the water or anything, because it's all same water. And that's why I don't put them all together and see if, you know, some do well in one quarantine, they may not in the other. And seems to be a good way to kind of figure out if it's disease or behavioral issues when that happens. Then in here I've got some CPDs growing out, as well as the purple mystery snails. Above them, I got these gold neon tetras. These guys are really cool. Pretty unique tetra. There's actually 6 of them in there. They're just really good at hiding. They also have a couple guppy females here. You can see more of the gold tetras. They're back in the back. There. We got babies. Then up here, I don't know if we'll be able to see him. Oh yeah, hiding down at the bottom. Trying to be still. Glass cats, hopefully he's just being still and not dead. These guys are so sensitive. They are nocturnal feeders though, so I have been feeding them at night because that's when they really come out, is at night. You can see them through the back here. Such a skittish fish. And then above them, we've got the Bloody Mary's been in here forever, which I think needs cleaned. You would think that they would put some work in. And here we got the Paludarium, which we ended up getting some bettas quite a while ago. Some of you guys may have seen that in the shorts. So I actually got 2 females in here. She looking a little beat. And then there's the other female. There's a male in here as well. And he's been keeping up a bubble nest. He's got a little one going right now. I've just kind of been seeing how he would interact with 2 females. Having space. And I have seen him breed before. Like that one and then the blue male. Did breed, but as far as eggs, I don't know if it's really been warm enough for them to hatch out, or if they had really been taking care of them. So, you know, sometimes they just will lay them to eat. And then in here, I do not know how we can't see them. Let's try to get a top view. Oh my God, they are hunkered in. There's his face. So believe it or not, there's actually 2 rope fish in this tank. You can barely see the tail. They're just hiding, living in this subwasser tank clump / algae clump. That's where they hide. Definitely gonna put them with my other rope fish and just kind of build my group up there. Then another betta. These koi bettas show up pretty good in this tank. This is why I think I'll put the neon tetras and the green neons in here, just because hopefully they'll pop more. A lot of the fish we put in here don't really show up a lot because it's just so dim. And then there's the male. So I got a male and female in here. It's a Pleco. But I haven't seen any bubble nests. Maybe I got 2 females. Maybe that's not a male. Then in here with the platies, I've got the rainbow cichlids. You can see the dust down here. I never see them in here. I know they're eating algae though, so that's the main reason why I wanted to get them, see how well they were or did at eating algae. But I never see them in here. Once in a while they'll dart and kind of bang onto the side of the glass. So I don't know if I'll end up keeping them or not. We'll see. Platies are still doing good with them. And then underneath them, got all the pogo stem in there. Bunch of little babies. Red snake skins. Tons of those guppies in here. Tank could use a little scraping. And the red koi angelfish tank. Looking phenomenal. Always balanced with all that sage. Don't really have to do much in it. Just kind of takes care of itself. Now these angels, I feel like they need more open space to move, so I'll probably end up moving them into the fish room and giving them more of an open 75. This is a 55. You can see Platy's still in there doing well. That one's looking young. That one probably grew up in there compared to the other ones. And the Paludarium has been doing really well too. Now the only thing we got to do is work on the lighting situation. I'm gonna get some flatter lights here, flatter lights up above, and maybe some track lighting going. Then we can finally complete all this how we want it. That way all these plants can grow up and out and all that stuff. There you have it, a quick update on the quarantine and the tanks in the house. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like.